Alright, I'm excited for this one because today I'm going to be reviewing the new bonus chapter that was just released with One Punch Man Volume 21, which is currently on sale on Amazon. And of course, it is the Japanese version. Unfortunately, we don't get like the English translated physical volumes for like at least like a year or close to that time for some reason. But also, I want to give a big shout out to Nor the Nerd on Twitter. He took time out of his day to translate this for me, and I can't thank him enough. So show him some love on there. But let's get into this review. Alright, so the name of this bonus chapter is Can Hardly Wait, and it's like 4 pages, which is very short, but it's really better than nothing, and considering the content that we're getting in this, it's fine. So it's opening up at the Hero Association Hospital, and I assume that this is happening congruently with the strike team infiltrating the Monster Association, somewhere around that time. So we see Suiryu, he's still in the hospital, of course, because not much time has passed since the whole hero hunting stuff. So he's still wrecked, and he's still, like, recovering. He's not, like, an ultra-powerful mega-human that's going to recover in, like, a little bit. I mean, even Tank Top Master still took time to, like, recover for a few days. But anyway, so we see him, like, trying to exercise despite still being injured. But, of course, there's, like, an ulterior motive to it because he says that, like, I must show my manly charms and score a date with this nurse because there's like 2 nurses there and they're very attractive, go figure. That's like Suiryu's entire motivation for becoming a martial artist in the first place. He just wanted to become more popular with the girls. Even though he does have some kind of honor to him too. He's not like completely unredeemable. He's kind of a good guy, but at the same time like kind of sus. But anyway, like he's doing like these rudimentary exercises, you know, just I guess maybe a part of him is trying to improve himself despite being injured, but mainly he's just trying to impress these girls. So then it cuts to Suiryu. Suiryu is in this hospital as well, and this is the first time we are seeing Suiryu since the encounter with Bakuzan, Goketsu, and Saitama, which is amazing. And while that happened just recently in Season 2, it's been about 2 years, real time, since we've actually seen him in the story. And this is just incredible. I was so excited when I finally saw that Suiryu was a part of this bonus chapter, because we've all been waiting to get an update on this guy. Suiryu is easily one of the most popular characters in the series. Now, I don't know if that's like official, because they do have like popularity polls and all of that. But even before Season 2 was released, and, you know, Suiryu was prominently displayed in that season, he was already ultra popular just from the manga. And I'm just basing this off of the community. Mainly the Western community, of course, but most of the attention that, like, the questions and just overall content gets on my channel revolves around Suiryu. You guys want to know so much about Suiryu. He's a very intriguing character, and that's mainly because he's, like, not a part of the S-Class. He's just one of those rare people that are just out there that could be the S-Class if they wanted to. They're just ultra-powerful dudes. And he's pretty cool, too. You know, he's like a bad boy martial artist. And he's very nonchalant. He doesn't really train, and he's kind of like a playboy at the same time. So, he is back in the hospital. I mean, go figure, because he was completely wrecked by Goketsu and Bakuzan. Like 2 dragon levels, one of them a high dragon, just putting a merciless beat down on him. So yeah, he's going to be in here for a little bit, just like Metal Bat, Tank Top Master, Suiryu, and the rest. But, of course, he is also training. Now, he's like initially running around and stuff at first, and then the nurse is like, "What are you doing, Suiryu? I told you many times, stop running around, you need to rest. This is dangerous, you'll hurt yourself." And then Suiryu's like, "Nah, I disagree. The heroes are fighting the Monster Association right now." So this is awesome. Suiryu is aware that they are in fact going against the Monster Association, because he was kind of briefed on this information by Goketsu, kind of, but then one way or another down the grapevine, he found out that they are in fact going to war right now, and this is like motivating him. Now, another thing that I want to mention before we go any further is that Suiryu has cut his hair. Like, he doesn't have the long hair anymore. He has, like, a shorter version of his hair. It looks very similar to, like, what Sonic has right now. So this might be a sign that, like, Suiryu is really taking things seriously, and this is just him having, like, a fresh start. Maybe him cutting his hair is, like, him not trying to be such a playboy anymore, and him, like, really focusing on training and becoming more powerful and trying to take down monsters and just becoming a hero in general. Because the last time we see him with Saitama, he's like talking to him, at the end of the Super Fight tournament, and he's like, I thought I'd have to retire since I'm now severely injured. I don't know how long it will take to conquer my fear, but I have a new goal. And when he's talking about fear, we could assume like he's probably acquired PTSD from like getting destroyed by Goketsu and Bakusan and seeing that there's dudes out there, especially monsters, that are way more powerful than him, something that he probably wasn't really aware of before that point. And then he asks, do you think it's possible for me to be a hero too? So that was planting the seed of Suiryu like changing his life around and finally going to become a hero. Something that we all want to see from him. We want to see new S-class heroes because, we've kind of had the same heroes for like the entire story now. So like that's another reason what I was talking about why Suiryu is so intriguing. But this is just pretty much capitalizing on that. And then in the last page, he like starts doing this crazy exercise where like he's doing like a one-handed handstand push-up type thing. It's pretty much the same exact thing that Yusuke is doing here, except Yusuke's like doing one finger with the energy on that point, except Suiryu just has like his hand planted on the ground. But he also has like a cast on his other arm. I mean, he literally is the same as Yusuke here, except just with a cast and a couple wounds, and he's still missing his teeth, unfortunately. Like, he didn't grow them back One Piece style, but I'm sure he will eventually, maybe through transplant or veneers or something like that. But then he says, and I also have a goal. So it doesn't go any further than that, but the goal is definitely him becoming a hero. So I think that's confirming it, that we will see Suiryu become a hero in the future of the story, or at least just assist the heroes in some way. Like, at the minimum, I think this is confirming that Suiryu will join the story again. He will be a bigger part of it. He will come back for another arc, or maybe just for the remainder of the series, after we get out of the Monster Association arc and all that stuff. And then we see the nurse looking at him. She's like, amazing. And she's like blushing because, he's the man. He's awesome and everything. But then we see like Sharenko's like, I should probably just stay in bed. Like totally getting alpha V-word Sharenko. I don't know how far I can go with the algorithm with those type of words. But anyway, this is awesome. This is something, like I said, we've been waiting for. And it just gives further credence. And it just gives us more hope that like, we don't have to really speculate too much about it anymore. Suiryu is definitely still a part of the story. They haven't forgot about him, and he is going to come back later on and probably be a major player, because he's definitely going to get a buff after this. I mean, maybe even he received like a pseudo Zenkai boost from this, because he was pretty close to death against Bakuzan. So we're definitely going to see more of him, and I just can't wait. So now that we're over with the review, this is like a perfect point for me to go into what I think the future of Suiryu is. Now, I've covered this in many videos, but since we're talking about him now, and I'm sure a lot of you watching this are curious as to what the future possibilities of Suiryu is, rather than just like guessing, we could probably look at some context clues within the story. But I'm going to have to go into webcomic spoiler stuff. So if you don't want to know what's going to happen after what happens in the Monster Association arc, I suggest you check out now. I assume that Suiryu is probably going to be joining the Neo Heroes at this point, because we recently saw in the webcomic that one introduced characters like Hellfire and Gale, who were initially original to the manga, the same way that Suiryu is, with the Heavenly Ninja Party. So I assume that he's probably going to introduce Suiryu with the Neo Heroes, because given that this bonus chapter is showing that he's still out there, he still wants to be a hero, likely going to be included in the future of the story, and given the clues that the Neo Heroes have like S-class level dudes who weren't originally in the Hero Association, that's probably going to be the pathway for him to be introduced into the story, and for it to line up with both continuities of the manga and the webcomic, because Genos says they have plans to enroll many powerful people that have yet to stand out in the world. That could be some clues for Suiryu. And then McCoy, when he meets Darkshine, Metalbat, and Child Emperor, he says, the brave vanguards who will lead Neo Heroes from here on out, the ones who are comparable to the S-class heroes, you should all get acquainted. So I assume that, yeah, that's probably means that we're going to see Suiryu in there, or there's a chance that in the vacancy that the S-Class has with, some of their heroes leaving, he might join them, to get closer to Saitama. But either way, Suiryu will be included into the future of the story, both in the webcomic and the manga. But that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Let me know what you thought about this one. I'm super excited for this. If you like the review, guys, please give it a like, and let me know what you think about Suiryu and the future of him in the story. I also have a Patreon. It gives you access to a weekly Q&A, and if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.